Students come to college to learn from faculty. But what could faculty learn from students if the students could tell their stories? The Compassion Project at Capital Community College is building a bridge of understanding, connecting students and faculty at deeper levels than previously imagined.
The main thing that I saw was everybody seemed to have greater sense of identity and of pride as we engaged in these practices. It's as if we were all wearing a new pair of glasses and we were seeing together for the first time a very new picture.
Immediately, I was like, yes, this was something I didn't expect from like a college environment, to even have like a concern for, the students that attended. This is more of a corporate environment, so to speak. It's like we're here, we attend classes, we take care of business, and then we leave, we go home, versus getting to know one another. Most of my classmates I don't know. And maybe it's just the system, the way it is. That one date, like I noticed people that I'd probably see in the elevator, wouldn't say 2 words to, in a classroom, large classrooms, even smaller classrooms, wouldn't really speak to. But now it's like, if I see you in the hallway, I smile, I recognize you. I know that you're dealing with things and you've been through some trials and tribulations, and I understand, so it's different for me now.
I'm a struggling student in how I process things and how I learn in math and a couple other subjects. And there's some teachers that made a big difference in my learning progress here at the college. When I shared that story, actually one of the professors came up to me right after the concert, and he hugged me. And he said, "Donna, I am speechless. I am speechless that I didn't know how much I impacted you. I didn't know how much I helped." And that right then and there, I realized that he felt like, okay, maybe I'm gonna start doing more for other people, even though he probably has been, but just kind of give him a boost to want to keep going, because he made such a big impact on this one person, this one student that he never thought that he could make an impact on. So yes, it has like a great impact.
Doing the Compassion Project here at Capitol was wonderful. I stood in front of 250 people, of which I did not know. I didn't feel intimidated. I just allowed my story to come forth. After telling the story, I was walking down the hall and a young man stopped me first. And he said to me, "Miss, you freed me today." He said, "I was molested." And he said, "I never told anyone." And I was so filled that he was being healed that moment. And I gave him a hug and I said, "That's okay. Anytime you want to talk, I'm here." 2 other women that came, it was part of the audience, asked me out to eat with them and told me their stories of being molested and raped. And they had been hiding their heartaches all those years. And 2 of them were older than me. And so they had been impacting their lives with those stories and not willing to tell anyone. And now they're free. They're talking more about it. They've been inviting me to their churches and to community outings and places to talk about what I've been through. We have so many stories and we should be so compassionate with each other. And unfortunately, we don't take the time out to listen to someone's heart, or we prejudge people and don't know the full story. Everyone has a story, some worse than others. Cinderella doesn't exist, but my life right now is looking so much better, so much better. I just graduated. I'm so honored for that. My husband and I were homeless. We found an apartment, and things are looking better. And the Compassion Project helped me in a lot of ways.
I think everyone was in awe of the stories that were told and were touched and were surprised by some of the stories. And I think it got them thinking, you know, these students are not just students, they have lives beyond the college walls. So I think it brought everyone together closer as a community.
So I remember leading up to the Compassion Project, there was a worry of how many people would be involved as far as audience members and, you know, school participation. And it's by far the vastly largest event I've ever seen at this school. I mean, we completely packed out the Centennial Hall and continuously needed to grab more and more and more seating. Like, it was all the way out the door, which was excellent, you know, and there was such a light on it and there were so many people involved, and it became not just the school thing, but also like a local community thing where a lot of people came from outside the school to see someone they knew that was performing, or they were just aware of what was going to happen and they came to be a part of it. And since then, I've seen more people talk about it. There's been a lot of references to it, and I do think that it's helping change the culture here at our school, at least with the people that were involved. But with that many people involved, they can spread that out to their friends and family and, you know, just continue to grow as a compassionate community, not just the Capitol, but on a local level as well.
I definitely think that it would be a great retention project, because with students having so many choices, feeling as though they have so many choices, and there's no difference between this community college or another one, and knowing that we are in a place that cares and has compassion and cares about how the students feel, and the professors are engaged, they're engaged in the students and how they feel, and it matters, and the professors are listening to the students for a change and actually making changes and adjustments to, you know, like their syllabus or the way in which they teach. It makes a difference because the other institutions may not be doing that. So that might be the key thing that would keep our students engaged.
We need to remember, I think, that we're a community college. And even beyond just being a community college, we are a community. And what makes people community is when they feel connected, when they feel safe, when they feel like they can trust the people that they're with. That creates community. People want to be involved in communities. Now, when a student feels like their classroom is a community, when they feel like their college is a community, then they feel like they want to be there. They feel connected. And so they'll keep coming back. And that's ultimately how you retain students. I think it's also how you retain faculty. It's how you build morale. You make everybody feel like they are important and that they're a good part of the college that's extremely, extremely necessary. And then they keep coming back.
But I truly believe that now that I'm here and I'm part of Capitol, that compassion had a big part to do with how I made it through my schooling here. It really did. If they didn't show me that, I would not have returned. I would have said, forget it. I believe the Compassion Project should be in every school because a lot of students come with a lot of baggage. And because we have so much going on in our daily lives, we don't know what their hidden heartaches are. And if we have the opportunity to express things that are happening in our everyday lives, can you imagine how far we could go? Not just for your associates, but your bachelors and your masters, but if you get rid of some of the things that are bounding you in this society, the compassion that we show for each other would go so long and so far.
The brain is a social organ and learns best in the context of a trusting and safe relationship. This project qualitatively demonstrated that compassionate practices have a positive impact on a broad audience that extends beyond the participating students and faculty. We have an opportunity to build upon what we've learned through this project. Cultivating the quality of compassion as an institution will strongly support our core goals of student engagement, learning, and retention.